My name is Scott Tucker. Since 2004, I have traveled the globe in search of adventure, culture, and wildlife. And after producing 100 short documentaries and broadcasting them across the entire U.S., it's finally dawned on me. This must be too good for mainstream media. I don't take vacations. This is not a hobby. We are totally out of the box.
Folks, in the center of the screen, if you look through the branches, moving branches, you'll see the eye of a northern black racer. He's right there. I'm going to pan back out. You can kind of see his body. Tough to see, but there's the back, there's the tail. I'm here with Race August Tucker, Chuck Anicelli, secret location we've been studying for years. There's northern copperheads here, there's black racers, and there's black rats. And I just listened. Oh my! We got a rat snake. Check this out. Let's go.
What? There's probably a brown rat snake over there.
Black rat?
Brown.
He's brown?
Really brown.
You thought he was dead?
Probably, yeah, it looked dead.
Oh my God!
He's going to a shed.
He's in shed mode. He looked dead. Oh my gosh! Look at him.
So let's leave that dude alone.
Okay, Ray, stay right there. I don't want you trying to catch him unless Chuck and I are in on it. I know. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. That's the first black rat of the year. Now, it's hard for me to see what he is from here. He's about to shed. Look how dark he is.
Let's leave that guy alone because he's right at the edge.
He's on the edge. He's definitely in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, so let's leave him alone.
But look at him. He's laying right out there. We did not think we were going to see snakes. We did not even think we were going to see them because right now it is 66 with definitely a good breeze. So it's not like, oh my gosh, you're going to see snakes. Look at the cloud cover. Tons of cloud cover. It's not the kind of day that you would think, oh, let's go outside. We're going to see wildlife. But the truth is, this is when you see it oftentimes. It's early in the season. All these creatures right now are dying to get out and thermoregulate. They need the heat to start to get the metabolism going. If they haven't eaten since last year, they're going to need to. Okay, Race has just advised me that this is not a smart place to be. I'm on the side of a hill, of a cliff, but we have to get the shot.
That'll definitely kill you.
Yeah, well, I think I know what I'm doing. It's definitely not an easy little spot I'm in. If you could see where I'm at, I'm hanging on the edge of a cliff, but it's worth it. Our first eastern black rat snake of the year, coiled up. Again, for those of you just joining us, most people are scared to death of snakes. Chuck Anicelli really opened up the door to teach me all about these things. These guys are just trying to exist. They want nothing to do with harming you or hurting anybody else. They're just trying to live their life, feed and breed. So this gives you kind of an idea of how steep it is. There's Chuck and the boys. I'm on a cliff. And I think this rat snake is pretty patient with me. Of course, I'm stepping in areas where I can't see, which is not smart. The leaf litter in here is where a copperhead could be. And we're still going slow. We're not going to alarm him. Look at the beautiful snake. Gorgeous, gorgeous snake right there. Could be a rat snake or something else in this leaf litter behind me. Gonna do a quick look. So far, so good. Part of the thing that really helps us here is that these snakes have not really warmed up. If he was really, really warm, right now he'd be gone. This guy would be long gone, but he's not. I just want to get a nice close-up. You can see his head, you can see his body, and just look at that. Look at that extraordinary musculature. You see the curvature on the top of the spine? Remember, these are vertebrates. They have a skeletal system. As much as they look like they're fluid and they're almost without any kind of rib cage, they've got a rib cage. They've got organs, kidneys, heart, lungs. This is a constrictor, the black rat snake. That's what they'll do. They'll take the prey, subdue it. Every time it exhales, they prevent it from drawing another breath. Check it out, gang, if you don't mind. Right over here. Look at this. Look. Has just scored an amazing northern black racer. Look at the size of him. Enormous. Yeah, he sees me. Yep. He could lunge, right? He could lunge, but that's okay.
He's pretty calm. He's pretty calm. Very cold. So
That's a big help when they're cold. Give me a tongue flick. There it is. What was this guy doing, you think?
He was cruising in. I don't know if I scared him and he went in or if he was just moving on his own. He just went under a rock, probably where he's denning.
Looks like, am I wrong? Is that a big male? Long, skinny tail?
I think actually, I didn't even look. Yeah, I think so. Yep.
And now the cloacal opening.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, he's getting upset.
Oh.
Oh, let's not do that.
Let me see if we can get that mouth open. Oh. Oh. Folks, do not try that at home, okay? We just got bit right here. I can see where people would be frightened if they saw this. We kind of know what we're doing. This is a completely non-venomous species. Chuck knows it. I know it. We've been around these guys long enough where you're not going to be endangered. But this is an enormous racer. This is probably one of the biggest ones you'll see. Look at the bumps on his back. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you are amazing. Gorgeous creature. Probably about as full grown of an adult as you're going to see. You're not going to see him get much bigger, right?
That's a good size one. They can get over 6, 6.5.
Yeah.
But that's a giant.
That's gorgeous.
Anything over 6 in Connecticut's pretty impressive.
Gorgeous. Yes, sir. Okay, I got it.
Oh, you're getting this up?
Yep. This snake is not known to really be a tree climber, but in an opportunity to escape us, even though we're really not posing any harm to it, he's not sure. So look at him. He's up in a freaking tree. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, look at him. 5.5 feet?
Yeah, I'd say 5.5, close to 6.
Close
not
to
quite
6. Look at how he just gets up there. He's like, all right, look, I'm going to get up a little higher than them. And I do not want to, obviously, expire while I'm trying to...
Raise. Just look this way for a sec. Just stand right there and just look. Yep, no, back up and do that. Perfect.
Gorgeous. Not even tongue flicks. No tongue flicks at this point. Just... what was that?
The guy down there was rattling his tail in the leaves when I approached him.
So I'm so glad you're mentioning that because Race and I have been doing this and Chuck's been doing this for a long, long time. Oftentimes we'll get a phone call or we'll hear an anecdotal story where somebody said it was a rattlesnake because it was rattling its tail. If we could get that black racer to do it right now, we could somehow teach people. But
Approach him with a stick.
snakes have evolved the ability, whether they have a rattle or not, they've got the ability to know that if they vibrate their tail in some leaves, it's like this warning sign. So they'll scare away an unsuspecting mammal and perhaps, buy themselves some time. So that's all it is. Let's see if we can get it to do it again. Can you blow on him, Race? There it is. There's the tongue flick. He's checking. He's checking. What's happening? What are you people doing to me? Again, we're pretty smart. We're not gonna Oh. Please help me get that tongue flick. Oh. There it is. There it is. Gorgeous. Now his tail is up by his face. You can see the tail.
Yeah.
And it's out of the leaves, so we're not going to get, there's very little chance that we're going to get the vibration if it's not in the leaves.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's very intent. He knows we're here. He knows, but as you can tell, nobody's attempting to bite me. Nobody's even attempting, really, to show any signs of aggression. It's just protection. He's coiled up. He's in a defensive mode. So above me, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a beautiful black racer above me in the tree. You can kind of see. I'm going to touch him. There he is right there. Look, my finger. That is an enormous black racer that Chuck has found, and we put them up in the tree to show you they can climb, especially if they're in a situation. Chuck, I'm nervous. You're on the edge of the cliff there, buddy.
There's the body right there.
There he goes.
There he goes.
He is big. Race, you got to go halfway up his body. Can't get his tail. Okay, he's gone.
Right down there.
All right, hey, there's the black rat snake. Different species. Chuck's got him.
Real red.
Again, he will nip, but look at the coloration. Gorgeous coloration on him.
They're like orangey brown.
Yes.
Covered in fungus, though. This snake
Oh,
is,
look at the pattern.
oh, this snake is very sick.
You think he's ill?
Yeah, it's got fungus.
What do you want to do?
Snake,
Poor guy.
snake fun. I'm gonna show you.
Sometimes we can help him, Race. Let's see. Again, not a sign of aggression towards us other than just defensiveness. Hasn't even attempted to bite either of us. This snake, for what we can tell, actually is probably sick. He made it through the winter, but something's wrong. There's fungus on it. Let's get a look at the fungus. Probably it's just, yep, that's fine, yep. Sorry.
Bring anything to carry him in?
Well, that's a good question. I can see it. Yeah, I got the fungus. Good. Careful. Again, non-venomous species, not going to harm us, not even going to pass on anything to worry too much about, but just a gorgeous, gorgeous creature. Maybe we can help it. I don't know what. Okay, we put him on a tree. Just a magnificent reptile, folks. Very, very extraordinary. And he's going to get to the end of the little branch. He's going to realize there's nowhere to go. And maybe he can somehow find his way through. Having a hard time focusing. Come on now. He's beautiful. Absolutely a beautiful snake. Okay, he's up, he's reared up. He does not like us, but he is vibrating the tail.
I have a hole right there, so
Yeah.
under that rock.
So he's gonna go in a second. Let's see what he does to me. Let's see what he does. There's the vibration of the tail. There it is. We finally got it. By the way, folks, this is a snake number 4. He's looking for his way to escape. He's not sure where we are. Compared to it, he's in protection mode. I am literally 12 inches away, and it hasn't struck at us. Race is coming from behind. Honey, if you want to catch him, believe it or not, you're not going the right way.
Okay.
And he's gone. Look at him. He's gone. He just hit me with his tail. He found his exit point, which is basically right here. That's the exit point. And if you look at the surrounding area from where we're standing, where I'm standing, where I'm sitting, there's no way that you would ever predict the snake could have come out of there. It's covered in leaf litter. But he was piled up right there. We're walking by. Black racer number 3,
Yep.
snake number 4 within an hour. There's a plane in the background. It's a little hard to hear it. There is a myriad of different sounds this morning. It's Easter morning. And they're echoing through the canopy. You can't see them. Speaking languages that we have no idea of what they're actually saying. People have studied birds, they've studied languages, but they don't know what they're saying exactly. Just to give you an idea, there is a swatch of land that's between my house, the lot behind me, and there, all these trees are loaded with birds speaking languages. Meanwhile, here we are thinking that we're so damn smart, and all we do is we send our kids to school, they study French and Spanish, we speak English, and we're thinking, wow, look at how smart we are. There's a language being spoken right out here in the woods that we're completely oblivious to. It's time we begin to start speaking bird. We need to learn what they're saying. We need to learn how they're communicating. Over here, can you listen? I can't speak a lick of Spanish. I studied Spanish for 8 years. Let alone things like calculus. What are we doing? Why are we studying these things? There's a language being spoken. Right now, it's obvious that the winds have shifted and you can actually hear tractor trailers better than I had hoped. We're near hear these creatures. Listen, if you're just joining us, you're on the expedition. We just woke up. I didn't get a chance to do my hair, but this was much more important. This year, Expedition Earth is going to spend some time. Oh, there's a bird right there. It's right there. He's looking right at me. You can see him. Nobody's ever coming out here. Where are you? They're everywhere. I realize we haven't focused on them. Honestly, I promise we will. Folks like Andrew Griswold, I know they want to break my neck because I never do anything on birds, but they're hard to capture. Really great images without... These sounds are insane. These are birds. You don't even think about it. It's a It's a language. Easter post. All I can say is we got a lot to do. We got a lot of work to do. I can't even tell you we're done. Just because it's Easter and Race is going to be looking for eggs and there's going to be chocolate bunnies and all that other stuff. We've got other important work to do. Expedition Earth. Stick with us. He stopped. He stopped the last time. Let's see how close we get. It's a cardinal. It's a cardinal. A male cardinal. What's he saying? Is he calling to another male? Do we have the first recorded homosexual act of two male cardinals? I don't think so. Two males vying for position? I don't know. Male cardinal. I believe it's a male. God. How could I be 55 and finally waking up to the fact that there's a language being spoken? We have no idea exactly what it is. We're gonna get down to it. We're gonna do some research. Then I'm gonna take it into the schools and I'm gonna eliminate French and Spanish, and we're gonna introduce more conversations with birds. Stick with us. Folks, this is an Easter celebration exclusive on Expedition Earth, Scott Tucker's Parallel Universe, probably more towards the Parallel Universe. Behind me is an Easter gift for my good man here.
Hi. It's a rock.
At this point in time is reluctant and
It's a rock.
he's not really all that interested in getting up. So I am going to do this right now. I'm going to get right on this and show you. This, my good friends, is much more than I could ever have dreamt anyone would have ever given me for Easter. This, my good friends, is a giant nugget of silicon dioxide.
Also known as a rock.
Do you have any idea how beautiful this feels?
Like a rock?
So silicon dioxide is basically quartz crystal, and it is a mixture of silicon dioxide. This, we have a sneaking suspicion, was tumbled and created in a small river system outside of Waterbury, and these molecules and this amazing rock, which I don't even want to call it a rock, it deserves to be called something much more than that, has existed for quite possibly millions and millions of years. And people look at it and just have no idea. We could probably polish this up a little bit better. We probably could do more with it. But we're going to marvel its smoothness and its shape, and really talk about the fact that Connecticut was covered a mile thick in glaciers. It was glaciers, people. That's all there was. 10,000 years ago. So this guy has been tumbling around and being eroded by water. And you can see little veins in it. You could see where something scratched it right there recently. And again, it's very difficult to get the point across, but here's the bottom of it, where odds are pretty good. You know, it sat, so it didn't become quite as smooth. But this is silicon dioxide, quartz crystal. Expedition Earth. Welcome to the parallel universe. It's that moment you start to feel a little hypocritical when you realize inside your fridge is a bunch of eggs that you're simply about to put in the boiler. Not to mention the fact that inside your fridge is rotisserie chicken. Inside your fridge is... Oh, Jesus. Inside your fridge is another bird. I suppose what I'm getting at here is I'm amazed at birds, and I know many of you watching this are thinking, we're eating these things. We're eating them. Talk about irony. It's Easter. We're talking about resurrection. The birds are resurrecting themselves every morning. And then the next thing you know, I come inside and say, okay, everybody, let's boil up some bird eggs. Roast up some eggs and roast up some birds. Isn't it fascinating? Fascinating. You gotta eat. All right, listen, everybody. This is Scott Tucker's Parallel Universe. As you can hear, there's trains going by. We're on the Kobayashi Maru. It's Easter Sunday. I've got a guest. They've kind of asked that they don't want to be filmed. You're only going to hear the guest's voice. You're not going to actually see the guest at this point, but we're having a deep conversation about mothers and how to deal with difficult family, and all of a sudden my guest, can I mention your name? I can't even mention her name, starts to go into a little report about a study about mothers. So you're only going to hear audio. And so please forgive me, but this is the best we could do here at this point. There's certain things that are better left non-pictured or whatever. So please tell me, there was a study about what?
Mothers.
And what was the study about there?
They stress the shit out of their children.
They stressed the shit out of their children. And exactly what happened?
Well, there are instances of studies with autistic children and their mothers, and troubled autistic children, I guess. And the percentage was high that when the mother would be in the room or in the area, their stress would go up.